Good morning. I seem to be in Florence, and with a silly little camera like this, there's not much I can show you except that this is the Arno. I've just come out of my bed and breakfast. Well, bed. There was no breakfast. So I'm now looking for coffee. That's nice, isn't it? Don't say I never show you the sights. Goldoni, the man who ruined the Commedia dell'Arte.
Pardon me.
I went to Florence and I wore orange. So did I! Anyway, Goldoni, the man who ruined the Commedia dell'Arte. Well, he wrote it down, he set it down in stone, and the actors stopped improvising. Did you want a pair of boxer shorts? Did you want a statue? Did you want a horse? Did you want a little handmade toy theatre with a wind-up dancing figure in it? Well, yes, actually. Did you want a bag? Possibly the most horrible bag on sale in the world. 1,300 euros. Did you want breakfast? Yes. That breakfast cost me the earth. It's a good job I didn't sit down at the table to eat it. It would have cost me the earth and several other planets. Oh look, here we are. Some old buildings. If you come to Florence and you think, oh yeah, Renaissance, 1500s. But it's, most of it's from earlier than that. Now then, do we want to mention things medieval? Did you want a cushion? Or indeed, a mirror? Do you want a bag? Awesome. I do wish I had a better camera. In amongst that tower, there's a little spiral staircase. It's all about details. And it's also all about tacky souvenirs. Look, there's a mock-up of the David. I wonder how many people take its picture and think it's the real thing. Fruit. Want some fruit? It's not all tourists, but there are quite a lot. Such emotion, such humanity. This little wooden bust is by Verrocchio, Leonardo's teacher. The surrounding work is from the 11th century, and therefore we don't know who it's by. That was the time of the unknown artisan. It's very bright. It must have been restored recently. Perhaps they got that. Perhaps they should have got that lady from Spain.
due angeli dir volta su sulle poste.
Here at the Museum of Dante is my friend wearing a very alarming false nose for some reason. Alessio, my friend, who knows the entire Divine Comedy from memory. All of this. He has all of this by memory. This is extraordinary. Let's see. Mentre che l'occhio che lo fondro verde faceva io che canto 23.
Continua a leggere quello che sta.
Ah, mi scusi. Mentre che gli occhi per li fonda
Ficcava io, siccome far sole chi dietro agli uccellini in sua vita perde, lo più che padre mi diceva, figlioli, viene mai che il tempo che l'imposto utilmente compartirsi vuole.
When Dante wrote the Divine Comedy, every city had its own language, every town had its own language, and the language he chose to use was Florentine dialect, and that became so popular thanks to the Divine Comedy that it became Italian. But it was only with radio and television that dialects started not to be used, for the most part. Dialect is used a lot in many places, and it's hard to understand from one town to another. It's used by old people, it's used by people trying to make a point in a vulgar, very popularist way, and it's used by people who are keen to maintain traditions in folk song and storytelling. This is nice. I think I'd quite like to eat at Ristorante Oreste. Should always go down alleys, explore corners. Oh, I like that. Have that for my doorway. Artists' materials. You can't turn around in Italy without tripping over a shop selling artists' materials. And work going on the drainage system with accompanying perfumes. I always think that drains, oh what a stink, drains and building work are very authentic historically. Very few period dramas or films have building works and drain works. There were probably a great deal more then than there are now. Make a well-known phrase or saying out of the following words. Who mined right therein? Wood. Oh, I could have stayed at home. I live just around the corner from the Ferrari factory. Good idea for an exhibition. The 30s. Italian art in the 30s. Because Italian art in the 30s, surely it was all fascism, or not. I mean, it wasn't all Maggie Smith and Judy Dench saving San Gimignano from the Nazis. This is Palazzo Strozzi, I love it. Big bricks. Because if you use great big bricks, you build in half the time, don't you? Did you want a tea tray? Did you want a door knocker? I was all set to spend the afternoon here in the Bargello Palazzo, the Museum of the Bargello. But it's closed and bolted. These are actually cast in bronze, and it's a very clever installation commissioned by Florence and made by Jeff Koons. Would you believe? Well, my first choice may be closed, but I'm going into the Medici house to see the various temporary exhibitions, but principally to see the Gozzoli Chapel.
Gli arcangeli adoranti. Gli angeli inginocchiati e rivolti verso la Natività sono in silenziosa adorazione. Natività. La pala d'altare con la Natività è il punto. L'angelo solista. Gli angeli sono custodi dell'area sacra e il corteo. Il mago Gaspare con una ricca scarpetta bianca. Il mago Baldassare.
Low stairs. I believe they were made like this so that you could go up and down with a horse. This is a corner I like. I'm just going up these stairs here into this office. Sort out about tonight's gig. And this is where I'm working, here in the Piazza of the Holy Trinity. I shall go now inside and get ready for the show.
Che saremo disarmati, a un certo punto non avremo neanche più bisogno dell'esercito.
No, questo senza dubbio.
Sì, ma lui sarebbe d'accordo, ma non è capace da farlo perché c'è condato di persone che...
Quello che voglio dire lo dovrebbe dire, e questo...
E l'avrà detto.